Hello, and welcome back to Broken Sword. Number one, I kind of forgot what the name was, even though I just saw it in the on the title screen. So we kind of got a little bit of of information about the clown from where we came from. And we talked to this nice lady who kind of wanted to sell us flowers, but we didn't want any of them because they didn't depict what we wanted them to. Now we have a look around the place.
The shop window featured a display of gowns and women's stuff. The shop window featured a display of
Oh, it's the same shop then.
Stuff. It was a food store selling fruit and vegetables.
Okay,
The vacant shop was sealed with a steel blind. The door was shabby and in need of a coat of paint. I couldn't imagine the Collard woman living here.
Well, maybe she does.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Huh. Look at that, it worked. It's a nice room, by the way.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George. Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
Well,
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck! Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop his story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no! I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
That covers just about everyone.
pretty much. How do I open the menu from here? I don't think I can. Because I want to lower the voice a little bit. I think it's a bit loud.
I'd better be going.
Thanks for coming, Monsieur Stobbart.
Call me George, and it was my pleasure. If I track down the clown, I'll let you know.
We'll go right in, back right in, or are we actually leaving? Yeah, we are. We're going back in. I'm just trying to look at the volume sliders. Options, audio. Because when it started, it was like more like this rather than full up, and I was wondering why that was the case. So let's maybe do it like this and see if that works better. Then we go back to Nico. Oh, you can just go in. Do you have a
Me
key?
again.
So I see.
That smile. Okay, let's talk.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Why do we want to use the telephone? Because we can only call Todrick.
Hello? Who is this? Mr. Todrick? Oh, it's you again. What now?
Exactly.
Get it.
Maybe Nico had a better chance. Who knows?
How did Plantar get your name?
For the newspaper La Liberté, I'd written an article linking 2 unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Planta said he could supply me with more information. Somehow, the clown must have known about our appointment.
I guess.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grew up. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was led to his death by a snowman.
So, they are linked somehow, because they're all weird. Alright, well, let's, do something different.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh, a crescent moon.
Huh. Okay, that's interesting. We could show this, if she gave it to us, that is. We could show this to the concierge then.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
The hell?
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death.
Yeah.
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English from America.
That was a nice comeback, and I approve.
Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really, always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used, paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Do you have a boyfriend?
That's none of your business.
It is not.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Huh.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, God, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint.
Yeah.
Like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Okay, so we have the
Back out to search for
picture.
that clown.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe there's something I overlooked.
Okay. Well, good luck.
I mean, with the photo, you'd think you could go to the police Maybe. I don't know. Potentially. Yeah, we got that. I actually want to go back to the cafe. Oh, he's back. Oh wait. I actually want to.
Set into the huge gate was a smaller access door.
I want to ask him about that. Because it's clearly the door, anyway.
Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, I do. It's that villain I told you about.
So that's at least clear then.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
It's so weird that the true police did not even ask there. Like, have you heard something? When was it? And they're still there.
Sergeant Moo?
Please go away, monsieur.
I've tracked down the clown's movements, Sergeant.
Is that so, monsieur?
Yeah. There's a man down the street who saw him crawling out of the sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No.
No, he changed into ordinary clothes by
And
then.
it's not.
So, how did he know it was the clown?
He didn't, but all the clues add up.
Exactly.
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them manage my bank account.
Wise ass.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantar.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
Well,
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur?
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
he's not a
Man looks
clown.
nothing like a
Yeah.
clown?
He's taken off his grease
Good.
paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Well, that's not a good.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
Yeah. Well,
See you later, Sergeant.
Moo's right in that case, at least. Could we maybe ask him about the guy? Maybe we get some information about that.
Hey, you!
What
Hey,
do you
you.
want now?
Hey, you.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Damn, he's pissed.
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
Maybe he lost his horse bat. Very likely. Right. So can go to the police. We could use the telephone. And we could ask. Oh yeah, we could ask Todrick about the clown
Hello?
with the crescent.
It's George Stobbart again. What now? Did you make a suit for a man with a scar on his face? A scar in the shape of a crescent moon? Maybe. Maybe not. Tell me where I can find him and I'll leave you alone. And if I don't, I won't leave you alone. I can't tell you anything unless you give me his name.
Oh boy. But what's the name then?
Do you know where I can find the guy with the scar? I told you. Without a name, I can't help you. Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Again? We have anything else here? No, we just have the guy. But I don't know in what way he would be helpful.
Hi, it's me again. Again? Yes, I spoke to you earlier.
But of course, it is Monsieur Hardy.
Stobbart. George Stobbart.
Whatever.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur, I do not. I have no memory for faces.
Which was quite evident.
Thanks for your help, officer.
So that's a dead end. So essentially that would... Do we actually know where the tailor is? I mean, she surely doesn't know anything about the guy, right?
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
That's what yours said. Damn.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Oh boy. She's floating, isn't she?
Hello again.
Hi, George. Have you traced the clown?
No.
Brother?
No.
But I'm trying my best.
Did you phone the tailor who made his jacket?
Yeah.
Yep. I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, was this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says L'Arrêté du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, he might have had a cold.
True that. Okay, so in that case, I should have
Back out
shown
to
that
search for
earlier.
that clown.
Obviously.
I guess I could visit the costume
Yeah.
shop.
Good idea.
Well, at least that unlocks another location where we can poke around for information. Join forces with a Parisian photojournalist. Achievement. L'Arrêté du Monde. Wow. He looks suspicious.
The dummy wore a traditional Pierrot costume. At least, I guess it was a dummy.
You hope it was a dummy.
I gave the dummy Pierrot a tentative prod, but it didn't move.
Lucky you. Oh boy. The funeral march, isn't it?
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind. For in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible. You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
He's weird.
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Yeah, clearly he does that.
There are too many.
Oh boy.
The clown I'm looking for is a cold-blooded killer. Give me his name, and I'll see he's brought to justice.
I'd help you if I could, but you can't expect me to remember all my customers. You see, the clown costume is our most popular line,
Who would have
monsieur.
thought?
On average, we hire out more than 30 clown suits a week. You'll have to give me more to go by. A description?
Well, we have the picture.
How How come clowns are so popular?
I think it has something to do with their unpredictable nature.
Personally, I think clowns should be banned, along with mimes.
Thank you.
Oh, come now. Who doesn't love clowns?
Me, for one.
Thank you, George.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui? He was here this morning.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell.
Ugh, he's a weirdo.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
When?
About this tissue.
I have already given you my professional opinion.
Very professional and weird.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Ah, that helps.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh?
Don't do
Well,
it.
okay.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
He's a weirdo. Who would have thought? But at the... Oh, I don't even... Is that new? Was it always there? Like when you exhausted everything? I'll go to the police. Because that's easier and quicker to get to the phone. And then we're talking to Todrick again. Because we have a name.
Hello? Who is this? I found out the name of the guy I'm looking for. Is that so? Yeah. It's Khan. You know who I'm talking about, don't you? Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Oh, whoa, Mo, and oh. Let's talk to Nico first. In that case, I could have just gone here for the phone call, couldn't I? Oh,
I
right.
found the address of the hotel where Khan the Killer stayed.
Yeah? Is he still there?
I'm not sure. What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking?
Okay.
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clown's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The second week of July. They were both here at the same time.
They knew each
Did they
other.
meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
Why did I
Can I
want
use
to...
your telephone?
No.
Sure,
No.
go ahead.
No. Can I call the hotel then? No. Right.
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag, a practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay. I get the picture. See you later.
Where are you going
Quick response.
I could go hang out at the Hotel Ubu.
now? Watch out for Khan, George.
Don't worry, I will.
He'll recognize you as well, by the way. Okay, let's go. These look very, very suspicious.
The sign listed the price of rooms, and boy, were they expensive. The killer must have been earning a fat wad to pay for accommodation like this.
Yeah.
The man looked like an amiable Bigfoot. Excuse me,
Yeah?
Yeah.
do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
I'm sorry to be a burden on your brain.
Is that an American?
You ever meet a guy called Plantow?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's.
Oh, come on, George.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
No.
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hyped.
That figures.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Okay. That's dangerous.
My hand?
Nah.
Oh, rats.
Oh, you're lucky he doesn't.
See you later.
Not
He'll
if
beat you to
see me
pulp.
First.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No. That name means nothing to me.
So this is like an American and this is just an Italian or what?
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
I waited for somebody to say that.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you. I don't know it.
will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
Forget it.
Okay, let's see in the hotel then. Del Ubu. Nice music. Love it.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have. Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Okay, okay.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there.
Indeed.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man.
Oh, he knows?
You carry his photograph.
I'm a private detective. What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Okay.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Oh. So he's like a foreign agent?
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Maybe she knows about him too.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought, but never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George Stobbart, ma'am.
How sweet!
Wow.
I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Maybe.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organizes fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
Unlikely.
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
Algae?
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. The wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
Why?
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobbart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Oh, wow.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
Merlin.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him!
I thought that would be the case.
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
I thought that would happen.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobbart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. You know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
That's good.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago.
Oh.
He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Oh, we have someone to talk to then.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantow's briefcase.
Probably.
Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would. Would you
I have to.
shake my hand, ma'am?
Now, George, there's no need to be so formal. We met as tourists and I want to keep it that way, despite the enormous social gulf between us.
Too bad. Okay.
I have to go, ma'am.
So we need to get into the hotel room, which... Where we need a key then, I think. And I guess... Clark will give us one? Oh, that could be the... Oh...
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people
What?
book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
Not quite.
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
Just wanted to say that.
Sorry, I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats. Do you know a man named Plantow?
No, monsieur.
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not,
Too
monsieur.
bad.
I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Absolutely. In that case, how do we get him distracted to get the key? Because we're surely not going to get it like this.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You are trying to steal that key.
No, no.
Wait.
We can't log into the register,
There
can
was
we?
no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
So the key is 21. The room next to it, which I guess they share the bathroom then? Maybe?
The door was locked.
Who would have thought?
The door was locked.
Could we maybe call
The
him
door was locked.
and distract him that way? Doesn't look like it. How could we distract the guy?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Would you distract the clerk while I
Oh.
borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
I guess I am.
Good heavens, I must be dreaming.
I don't think so, ma'am.
Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
Because of Merlin.
I'm hoping it's the key to Merlin's room.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't
choice,
think
then.
my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick. I say, you there, flunky.
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
Gotcha! Let's go in.
The door was locked.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's do this.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Oh, we could go through the window. Oh, let's have a look here as well. It's empty.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
I wouldn't
The
recognize
cabinet was
camphor though.
empty, but it smelled of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Camphor and onions. Interesting. Let's go through the window. Oh, and he left open the window. Who would have thought? How lucky we are.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
How dare he?
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
And he has the clown costume there.
There was nothing in the pockets of the pants.
That's so not helpful at all.
The pants were newly laundered and pressed with immaculate creases.
Hmm. Oh, the briefcase.
I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Hmm. I don't see anything of use, really.
The interior of the closet was large enough for me to climb right in.
Oh, there he is.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Good luck. Closing your eyes won't help though. I get rid of the pants. Face. Oh, let's get the pants then.
I couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the
Which were?
pocket of the pants. The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Okay. Guess we can go then.
The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Alamut. It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Where could that be though? I wonder if she'd be of any help.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces. I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
Oh, we could ask the clerk.
I got the key. Thanks for your help, ma'am. I have to go, ma'am.
You can have the key back.
What now, monsieur?
Do you recognize this key?
That is the property of the Hotel Ubu.
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little hook to your pocket?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist.
Of course it
If we had a
is.
ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
Absolutely.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not spécialement. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct your little investigation, I won't stop you.
Okay. That was unexpected.
What now, monsieur?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that.
Well, he clearly doesn't care.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
So we can keep the key. Not sure if that helps at all. Maybe we could ask the guys outside whether they know the club or not.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem. If you cooperate.
What?
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
You've bet.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Strange.
Hey, Shorty. I didn't think much of your trick, little man. I don't know what you're looking for, but you picked on the wrong guy. Maybe you'll spread the word around the sewers. George Stobbart is on the case. That's Stobbart. 2 B's and 2 T's. It sounded impressive to me, but the weasel didn't seem to share my enthusiasm.
Neither do I.
Still, I figured he'd think twice before gunning me down in the street in cold blood.
I do not like your tone.
Oh yeah? And what are you gonna do about it?
If you do not go away, I will gun you down in cold blood, right here in the street, without thinking twice about it.
He probably knows
Does
the
this
club.
matchbook mean anything to you?
It is just a matchbook. Why should I recognize it?
Do you know a guy called Merlin?
No.
Maybe the big guy knows.
Forget it. Excuse me.
Yeah?
Don't you think you have some explaining to do?
Huh?
I'm an American citizen and a bona fide visitor to your country.
What the...
You can't touch me up in the street and expect to get away with it.
Get lost, creep.
Maybe you dropped something out of the window. Because that's clearly the alley that we've just seen from up above. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well... I mean, Nico is from Paris. Maybe she knows about the club.
What do you think I should do next?
I think you should look for clues at the hotel.
I guess so.
I already did that. I mean, nearly got killed, by the way. Let's see.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it.
Oh.
Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be
Yeah, of course.
a name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go back to the Hotel Ubu, I guess. Whatever those 2 thugs are after must be important.
Oh! Oh! Oh, I've got an idea. Surely there is something up there that we have to drop down out the window and I'm assuming that would be the briefcase, maybe? But it's empty.
The door was locked.
Actually have to go through this one then. I'm sorry?
The door was locked.
Yeah, but I've got the key, man. There we go. Like, surely we have to find something in Merlin's room and drop it out of the window. Because if we would take it downstairs, they'd take it away from us, right? So maybe it's a briefcase after all? Wouldn't know otherwise.
I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Huh. And there's nothing in the
There was
trousers.
nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants. The interior of the closet was large enough for me to climb right
Yeah,
in.
we already had that.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
What else is there? It's pants, it's briefcase. That's pretty much about it. Oh, clearly it's in the safe. The woman has a purse in the safe. But how would that help us retrieving whatever Merlin has there?
Hello again. Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
Do you recognize this key?
No, I do not.
Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Indeed, it
Oh!
For Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You do not know him?
No, I don't.
Yeah, but
Tell me again about Alamut.
It is the home of the old man of the mountains.
yeah, but how does it help us?
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
I wouldn't know how that would help us.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
Would you like to keep Merlin's pass as a memento?
No, darling. My broken heart is reminder enough.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
I knew she was the key. She had to be.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law.
If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
What? That worked? You've got to be kidding
I
me.
haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Okay, makes sense. We will have to drop it out of the window. I'm pretty sure of that. Shouldn't matter the window. I mean, if I go outside, they're trying to see what I've got in my pockets again. And they would find the parchment. Right? Like... how's she gonna save? Safety save.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Black.
Is this what you're after, Guido?
Yeah.
See, that's it.
I can explain everything. Well, almost everything.
Too late. You're on your way to feed the fishes.
I'm allergic to fish. I break out in blotches when I eat tuna.
Let's go.
Are we dying? Yep. So my intuition was about right. Do we have to get to Merlin's room then? Or be outside? Ow. Why is the music like this? I have an idea. We go put that into the briefcase and then drop it down, because we need it in the briefcase, because otherwise it would just, you know, fly away, right? So we're doing this. No? Can I use it with the window then? Do I need to be outside and drop it down then?
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Honestly, in my mind, it would have made much more sense to use the briefcase. Then again, it would have a thud upon landing and probably alert them as well. That wouldn't make sense either. Well, I guess this is the way then. They're going to search me again, not find anything, and then I go take the thing.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Black.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
So they know it's inside the hotel.
If the manuscript was what Clapp and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed.
Yep.
I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
You're just not going to believe what I found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
No. Better.
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-boot.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades.
Of course you do.
Named Hughes de Payen arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, Josh. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it. I found Plantar's briefcase in the killer's hotel room. It was empty, of course. Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Yeah, but
Who do
who?
you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies.
Okay.
His name is Lobinol.
Oh.
Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over
No.
ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krone Museum. I'll give you the
I know,
address.
Lubino.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
Oh
She
boy.
didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either. A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Okay, let's go to Lubino.
Maybe I'll check out the Kroon Museum.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
But one thing's for certain. Very, I can't talk anymore. We are not going to the Kroon Museum in this episode. Because we are at the end of this one. We will go to Lubino in the next episode. So, we essentially barely survived just now. Oh, okay. We essentially just barely survived these, I don't know, mafia guys. And we have a lot of clues. We're getting along. We're progressing, for certain. So, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you in the next episode of Broken Sword. And I think it's Shadow of the Templars, isn't it? Anyway, have a nice time, and I'll see ya. Bye.